Hey guys, Christina Keski here with Forever Board Soapery. Today I am making a lemon soap. Not sure what the name is going to be just yet. I had ordered some sugared lemon fragrance oil, which kind of smells, I don't know, maybe like a candy drop, that sort of thing. But it was a little bit lighter on the fragrance side. I was a little concerned that it actually wasn't going to hold up in soap just because of how light the fragrance was. So I did have some of the Myers lemon fragrance oil available as well. And I thought I would do a little bit of a combo of the two. So I ended up doing 150 grams of the sugared lemon and just 42 grams of the Myers lemon to get me my 5%, just to see if that combination of the two would bring a little bit more of the lemon smell through without being, the Myers lemon is very, I think, pine sol-y, that kind of lemon pine sol fragrance. So I was trying to avoid that scent and have more of the sweetness to it. So we'll see how it turns out when all is said and done. I think it's going to be okay, just based on the way my shop is smelling at the moment, but we'll see once it's all cured up what it ends up smelling like. So I'm just doing my basic batch here. So I've got my oils and my milk, and I'm just adding my lye in. And then I'm gonna mix everything up really well here. And get it all incorporated. I've been trying to make this soap for a while, and I kept hemming and hawing how I wanted it to look, if I wanted to do layers or swirls, or what I wanted to do with this one. I ended up deciding to go with a swirl, just using a stick. I don't have a hanger for the hanger swirl just yet. I don't have any at home that kind of are the right size for this, so I'm still working on it. But we will, I think the little stick swirl that I do will give us a nice look to it as well. I am going just with a yellow bar of soap, but in different variations of yellow. So my main yellow is just a neon yellow pigment, and just that neon yellow pigment. And then the second color is a little bit of the neon yellow pigment with some white TD, just to bring the shade down a few notches. And then the third one is quite a bit of TD, which is the teensiest, tiniest bit of yellow added to it to give me that soft pale yellow color as well. And just the three together with the swirls, I think is going to look really nice, just to have those little bits of contrast throughout. I'm hoping that I've gotten the colors far enough apart that you'll still be able to see each one and they won't kind of blend into each other. So here I'm just measuring out 2,000 grams into each of these bowls. My master batch that I make here is 6,000 grams, which fills my 4 1,500 gram loaf molds. So I'm just separating out 2,000 of each so I can have equal parts of the varying yellows. I'm trying to decide which soap I want to do next. I definitely need to do another coffee, but I think I want to order another fragrance oil. I don't know if I'll do the coffee cake and spice again. I really did like that one. Or if I'll try a different coffee fragrance. I haven't quite decided on that yet. But that's definitely on the lineup of ones I need to get done. I'm out of coffee soaps on the shelf again. And I also want to get a rainbow soap out as well. I found that one was a really good seller last year. Everybody really enjoyed it. And I thought I would do a few, maybe 1 or 2 loaves in a unicorn type style with the rainbow. And then a couple just the rainbow layers, just for, I get a lot of adults who really enjoyed the rainbow as well, but maybe aren't as big a fan of the unicorn. For that rainbow soap last year, I scented it with bitter almond oil, which to me brings it out smelling like a maraschino cherry, which I loved. But what I did find is there are a lot of people who have nut allergies. So I guess it's not a huge deal. They just can't use that particular single soap. But I do wonder if I need to change it up and just avoid the almond oils altogether. I'm going to keep stewing on that. I do need to use up the last of this almond oil, and that might be what I do, is another batch of this using the almond oil just to get it all used up, and then once it's gone I might not replace it. We'll see where I end up landing on that. I'm really loving this pale yellow that I've got going here. So this is the mostly TD with just a little bit of yellow to it. Enough that I would actually like to do another soap in just this color. Maybe like a daisy, or I have some calla lily fragrance I think still left. Maybe I'll do something with that in this color. I don't know. I really like this color though. It's really nice. Today is what I'm going to call more of a typical soap making day for me. I think I've mentioned it in the past that I am definitely a messy soap maker, and today's video is going to show that to you. I can't believe how many times I spilled today. Just one of those things, I guess. It goes with the territory. You just have those days. So I decided to go with some layers here as well. So I'm going to alternate each color. So I started with the pale yellow, and then I'm going to do the mostly neon yellow color, and then the kind of the medium, I guess. And I'm just kind of drop pouring into the pale yellow in layers, and then I am going to swirl them all together to really hopefully get a lot of definition and a lot of swirls kind of throughout the entire bar. What I do find often when I do the drop swirl is I either don't pour high enough up so the drop is only kind of at the top of the soap. That's why I decided to do the layers today, so that I know the drops kind of throughout the soap. But also with the drop swirls, it's often just kind of that solid swirl just in one spot where it landed. So I'm hoping with this stick swirl being added that it will give me lots of kind of little swirls throughout. I am going to cut this soap tomorrow, and I'll probably do that, I don't even know. Today is Wednesday, so I'll probably cut that around 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. If you wanted to come by the shop and see it, you're more than welcome to. And I'll probably post that on Instagram and Facebook when I do it. Maybe even, I might do a TikTok. I haven't done a TikTok in a while, I don't think, for the soapery, so I might post it there. But if you're looking for the cut, just keep an eye out. I'll get it to Instagram and Facebook for you so that you can see it there. For sure. Maybe even a short. I could probably do a short here on YouTube. That would probably be all right too. You guys seem to really like watching the cuts and the shorts, so maybe I'll do that as well for you. We'll see how the swirls end up looking together. I've got lots of new stuff been coming into the shop. So if you haven't been here before, I am in Thorsby, Alberta. I have a little shop here just on the main street as you come into town. And I'm here on Tuesday to Friday, 8:30 to 2:30, and then again Saturdays, 10 to 4. Feel free to come by anytime and have a look at all the cool artisans' work here. I've got everything from crocheting and knitting to drawings and paintings to jewelry. Of course, all of my soap products and scrubs and everything. I've got some woodworkers here that do some beautiful cutting boards and miscellaneous things. What else do I have? Oh, your wine glasses and things like that with the fun sayings on them are here as well. I also have these beautiful wool scarves in right now. They're only here till the end of the month, but if you're looking for a really nice kind of scarf, a very nice dressy business type look to it, these scarves are wonderful, and they have little pockets in them so you could put your phone or your change in the little pocket, so if you don't want to take your wallet, which is kind of cool. Alright, so here I'm adding in the medium yellow color, and this is where we get messy. As you can see, I have no control apparently over this container, and I'm just pouring it everywhere. I'm trying to be very focused in not hitting the camera as I'm pouring, and therefore I'm not paying attention to the bucket apparently. I'm just making a mess. But I would say this is probably something that most soap makers actually cut out of their videos. I've chosen to just leave it in today and just be like, this happens to me sometimes, probably more often than not. So this is my little stick that I have here, just a little skewer type thing, and I'm just using it to do a quick swirl through the soap. I didn't want to do too much because I do want to have nice solid colors. I don't want it to blend too much into each other. So here's hoping that that works out. And now I'm just doing the second layer of the lighter yellow across. I am curious to see. I don't think it's going to be a super even kind of from bar to bar or that sort of thing. I think we're going to see, and I could be wrong, but I think we're going to see a little bit more of the light yellow towards the bottom and the brighter yellows towards the top still. I'm hoping I've done enough to kind of correct that, but we'll see how she plays out. This neon yellow is just beautiful. Just sunny and bright. If anybody is out and about in the Kalmar area on Saturday at about 1 o'clock, there's another store similar to mine but on a bigger scale. They are just kind of like a vendors collective, so lots of different artisans there as well. They're having their grand opening at 1 o'clock, so they'll have their ribbon cutting and kind of some deals and gift bags and all kinds of stuff to hand out to the public, and it should be a really good time. And I've seen the store. She wasn't quite fully set up when I was there last, but it's looking really nice in there. And she does carry all of my soaps and bath bombs and scrubs and stuff as well. So it's a nice local place if you're in the Kalmar area to purchase some of those things. And it's called TMP Collective. So definitely something for you to check out on Saturday if you're out and about. I'm just scraping out all of my containers here. I'm not sure if it's the spatula or what's going on, but I found my my hand kept cramping up really bad here this go round, so not sure what that was all about, but I was having a tough time getting all the soap out of the molds and dealing with a little bit of a hand cramp that I kept getting here. I do also wonder, I've had the hand cramp a couple times now, if it's actually these gloves. I have the small gloves on right now, and they're super tight, which is great. That makes working with everything pretty easy, but I'm wondering if maybe that's causing the cramping in the hand, not being able to move them quite maybe as freely. I'm not sure. Just have to keep an eye on it and see what's what, or maybe it's just because I'm getting old and I get hand cramps now. I don't know. So my big plan here was to do a line of each of the colors across the top. But what I find as I'm kind of moving along here is, for some reason, I've got one of the soap molds is quite overfilled and one at the end there is definitely not. So I do end up having to play with this a little bit and losing some of those kind of stripes that I was hoping for, and I think right there is where I made the mistake. I think I had too much of that medium yellow piled in the middle of that first one there. If you haven't subscribed already, if you're just watching this video on Facebook or YouTube or whatever, I definitely would appreciate it if you are able to subscribe if you're watching my videos. It really does help me out to get the videos out to more people to see, as well as I do have a goal this year to become I think they call it monetized, so where they're actually allowing me to make money from the ads that you see in the videos. And I definitely will find that that's going to be a huge help with my business, just offsetting the slow times or helping grow with being able to buy pieces of equipment to be able to handle more demand, all that sort of stuff. I have quite a few stores that I'm in this year, and I have big goals to get onto into more wholesaling. I do a little bit now, but I'd like to see a lot more wholesaling this year, a lot more online sales through my website and Etsy and hopefully Fair and a few of the others. So just getting that exposure here through YouTube will be a big help in me hitting those goals to up my equipment and reach more people as well. So if you're able to subscribe, I would definitely appreciate it. Feel free to like and comment as well. Let me know what you think about my videos. If you have any questions, that sort of thing, I'm always looking forward to hearing from you. So I'm just kind of tapping down here trying to get rid of air bubbles, and I'm seeing that this first one here is overflowing a bit, where my last one is definitely not full. So I'm just gonna snag a little bit off of this one and take it over to the other and just top it up. Again, just making a mess today. That's just kind of how she's gonna be. Rolling with the flow at this point. I'm really happy with the yellows I'm seeing here though. It's exactly what I was looking for when I was trying to make sure it was a nice, bright, sunshiny lemon looking soap. So I'm super happy with these colors. As well as actually how everything poured. Everything, this base recipe I have, I know exactly what it's gonna do, how it's gonna do it, and when. Unless I get the odd fragrance oil that messes with it a bit, it just works well with me at the pace that I move. Been really very quite happy with it. So I decided to do just this little swirl, zigzaggy type thing across the top. I don't know the name of this design, but it always looks good, and you just kind of go up and down it as well, and it just pulls it all together really nicely. Gives it a nice, cute little pattern on top. So I decided to do that for each of them. I've been doing the voiceovers here too. I'm gonna try and see about having a little bit of the sound of the making of the soap. So being able to hear the blender and me pouring and all that stuff. We'll see how it works out. I'm not super great at kind of managing the volume levels and things like that of these. So we'll see how it works out, but I'm hoping to be able to give you guys just a little bit different experience from my videos than just me talking away. You'll have to, again, let me know what you think of it. And this here is my finished product. I think it looks amazing. That's just beautiful. Keep in touch. We'll be posting tomorrow the cut, and as I said, if you want to swing by and actually see it in person, I will be cutting Thursday morning at about 10 a.m. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.